What up, everybody? Welcome on into Unsportsmanlike Conduct. This is our 67th episode. I am Steve. I got Timmy T right on over here to my left. I didn't have to fix anything today. Everything was just right. My OCD is not on.
Nice.
What's going on, Timmy?
Same old shit. We got ourselves a running back, and I'm gonna stress mightily over the theme song thing we're doing. I am already stressing over it. So let's see what happens.
All right.
I was planning on doing research, and then I got sick, so I haven't done the research I was hoping to.
Well, the theme song is easy, so I mean,
yeah.
But, it's going to be a hard pick.
There's a lot of feelings involved. Timmy and I were talking right before you jumped on, and there's a lot of there's a feel to every song, every theme song. But Ant, what's going on? You're sick. This is like your semi-flu game here, but you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. No sniffles are taking me out. That's for sure.
All right. So obviously, as always, we have a lot to talk about, even though there's not a whole lot of news going out. But MLB trade deadline is coming up early next week. We've already gotten some trades going on. Apparently, Juan Soto is now available, and the Padres are like, "Whoa, let's trade people." Snell, all these guys are up for grabs. The Padres, it seems like. So they're going to start listening to offers. We got an unbelievably absurd NBA contract, and more to come. We have the New York Football Giants have their running back. That also happened. We're going to rank the major networks NFL theme songs right here on this show, and then we're also going to do some blind ranks this week. As we said last week, we're going to get into some wide receivers. So two stressful things there: the game with the wide receivers, where to plug everybody in, and that NFL theme song deal.
Yeah, but we have the wheel. The wheel makes it fun.
Yeah, the wheel does make it fun.
The wheel makes it exciting. I want to put that wheel in everything.
And the cheering. Yes, the wheel. All right. So all that being said, let's get this bad boy started. All right, we're back in here on Unsportsmanlike Conduct, and I think this week we'll get started with a little bit of baseball news, some baseball action. Mixing it up, baby. All right, so the trade deadline is coming up, so that's the big story. The biggest story of the week is that this ridiculous human, I don't even know if we can call him a human being, that plays baseball. Did you guys see what he did today in his doubleheader?
Yes.
What I said it on the Mets show that we just did at 6. Who the hell does Shohei Ohtani think he is? What is he doing?
Babe Ruth and Whitey Ford combined into one player.
Like, how do you even imagine something like that happening? Complete game shutout, 2 home runs in the second game. All right, so he's off the market. But I want to ask you, because I asked this guy to the guys on the Put in the Book show. Timmy, you are the general manager of the Angels, and you have this incredible decision to make to either trade what could be the greatest player in the history of the sport, could be, when all said and done, or lose him for nothing. We talked about stress with the rankings. How stressful is that? Like, that's the make or break or the turning point of the franchise.
Well, my whole thing is they are selling, aren't they?
Well, no, the Angels now decided to go all in, and they actually just got
No, I
Giolito
don't.
from.
No, I don't mean selling at the deadline. I mean, aren't they changing owners? Isn't the owner selling
Oh,
the
oh,
team?
oh. Sorry about yeah.
Okay, so just based on that alone, I'm trading him. I'm trading him. I'm trading Trout. I'm trading all those contracts to build a future team, especially not to screw the next guy over, who they may not want to pay for those guys for their when he buys my team from me. So me technically, I'm selling. If what this guy does on a daily, what he did alone today, you could throw another prospect in. Every day you're like, well, throw another prospect in. Well, throw this guy
right.
in. Well, throw this guy in now because this guy is unstoppable. And I'm the last one who wanted to admit it. But yeah, the guy is not human. He's just not human. If I'm then again, first of all, I'd sit down with Ohtani right now and say, listen, do you want to be here? If you got money, do you want to be in this part of the country? No? Well, then we're trading you. You're out of here.
That's it.
Well, that's the end of it. And that's the one thing I don't like about sports right now. It's everything is talk to the agent, talk to the agent, talk to the agent, screw the agent, talk to the player. Do you want to be a part of this franchise? We will invest in you. We will keep Trout. We will start making moves. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, you keep him. No. Goodbye. I would fleece every team in the MLB to get what you can for this dude, and you got to do it now. You got to do it now because, like you said, what he's doing now is it's like you said, it's not human. It's not.
It's like playing a video game on Rookie.
Yeah, it's like the Terminator in a regular baseball game.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense what he's doing right now. So no amount of prospects all the deals that I've seen so far projected, I've been like, dude, the Angels are getting robbed. And that's how I see it. I haven't seen one deal that was like, whoa, you can't do that. That's giving up your whole future. I haven't seen one deal worth Ohtani and the Yankee fan. I was like, I'll get all the guys they projected, give them all up. Goodbye. Send them. And I even said, throw in Stanton, throw in Donaldson, throw in the guy at third.
What would Ohtani do as a hitter at Yankee Stadium?
I would love to find out. And even more, I want his arm more than his bat. I got to be honest. That's what wins right now, and the Yankees need that desperately. So I am, like I said, I would sit down, talk to him personally, say, "Do you want to be here? Yes, we'll invest. No, fleecing somebody.
So here's what I heard today is that they did speak to him, and he preferred to stick it through with the Angels this year, and on that they said, okay, we're not going to trade you.
That's dumb.
That's a massive, huge,
that's
ridiculous
putting
risk.
That's putting all your chips in on 00 on the roulette table. Not even a number or a color. I'm betting all this on 00, which is ridiculous. I don't think the Angels could win. I don't think the Angels could win the World Series right now.
I don't know what else they're planning on doing, but Giolito is the first. Like they announced, okay, they're going to be buyers. They get Giolito from the White Sox. So
Ronaldo Lopez too in that same deal.
Exactly. The White Sox seem like open.
No, they're selling everyone.
The Marlins, I heard potentially. So all that being said, if you're the GM and Ohtani says, okay, I'll see it through this year and won't commit to anything else in that, do you owe it to who? Who do you owe it to keep him? Like the fans, and then the fans are going to get pissed if he just leave. The fans will. Well, in Los Angeles, I don't know with the Angels, but if this was New York and the Mets or the Yankees didn't trade him, knowing that he could potentially leave and then he left, it would be a huge, massive uproar.
Look, the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, the Giants are all going to throw a ridiculous amount of money at him next year. He might not be able to turn it down. He just might not be. I mean, imagine that stupid amount of money that he's going to receive.
It's going to be
pitching and hitting. It's going to be two separate. It's like signing Bruce Banner and the Hulk. I'm signing the scientist guy and the rage monster. You get two salaries because it's two separate guys, same entity, two separate guys, two different paychecks. I think the Angels are stupid. I would trade them.
There was there was a show I was listening to the other day, and they were talking about projected salary based on what he does, and the formula that they come up with based on the hitting and the pitching stats was like $78 million per year. I don't know that he'll get that much, but I definitely think 60 seems to be the number that I've heard thrown around a lot. That seems like a serious number.
So
which
freaking
is
wild.
That's like $15 or $16 million more than the highest AAV that we have currently, which is absurd. But it's also for a guy that's doing something that no one else is doing right now. I mean, he's literally playing both pitching and hitting, and he's elite in both. It's not even like he's like a good pitcher.
Exactly.
Okay hitter. He's elite in both, like top notch.
He could break the home run record already this year and win a Cy Young award. That's Hulk shit. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that we only thought possible in video games before now. I mean, literally, this was not stuff any of us thought could actually happen. I think even when he signed and they talked about him being a two-way player, like my expectations were like, oh, he's gonna throw like 100 innings with like a 3.5 ERA, and then he'll hit like 275 with 25 homers. You know, like that's great, but it's not like, you know, something unbelievable. Like what he's doing is unbelievable. This is unfathomable.
He is the exact opposite of Daniel Vogelback.
Yes.
The exact opposite. Useless.
It looks like me in the show.
As far as the Angels, I agree with Tim. I don't think they can win it. At the same time, though, if Trout comes back healthy, and depending on what other moves they make, I mean, baseball, especially that time of year, I mean, anything's possible. I mean, it's not completely out of the question. They have the two best baseball players on the planet on the same team. If they got hot at the right time, I would say it's possible, but they're going to have to fill some of the other holes on the roster. And I told you guys when we talked about it, was it yesterday when we were texting back and forth about it? If he leaves this offseason for the comp pick that they're going to get for him, it is the worst mismanagement of assets in the history of baseball. Period. This is the kind of trade that you could make right now if you're the Angels that could set up your team for the next 5 to 10 years with a huge prospect base. I mean, this is the kind of trade you could make, and you could go from having like a mid-20s prospect pool to like a top 10 prospect pool overnight. Like it's that kind of deal.
Yep.
And they're not going to do it, which is crazy to me. But I mean, the other part of this though that I think kind of gets forgotten, when he came over here originally, the reason that the New York teams didn't bid more on him were because he made it clear he wanted to be on the West Coast.
Yep.
And so I wonder if that still plays. I wonder if he still has that mindset of, I kind of want to stay West Coast. The flights are a little shorter to go home. You know, his wife is like a major star, you know, over there. So
sure,
I wonder if I wonder if maybe he does want to stay, you know, in that area. I don't know if necessarily it'll be with the Angels, but it seems like he wants to stay on the West Coast.
I say San Fran. Big Japanese culture. They want a star so bad. Yeah, they want a star so bad they're willing to pay. I think he's going to end up in the Giants. And they're going to around him.
I could definitely see that. It makes a lot of sense too. Like you said, the Asian population in San Fran. That one makes a lot of sense too.
But do they have, or are they willing to go that far?
Time out. Let's stop for a second. Let's
stop.
Let's stop.
There's my flag.
Just give me a 30. Just give me a 30. Just a 30. We don't need a full. Can we stop acting like these fucking teams don't have money? These fucking owners are pocketing hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and they don't have money.
There's a
bullshit. They don't have fucking money. Guys are all billionaires. They got plenty of money.
Them's be the facts. All right. So
no offense to the two New York teams, make sure they have money every year. So I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Now.
Oh my god.
It feels so weird to even like be a part of the spending community.
Doesn't it suck though? Honest Sergio, you're here just in time. Doesn't it suck to be the team that spends the most money and your team is shit? Welcome to having that. Welcome to Steinbrenner,
That's right,
guys.
That's
welcome
right.
Because it sucks.
It's been the starting pitching is great. Okay, the bullpen's going to be shit. All right, the bullpen's going to be great. Starting pitcher is going to be mediocre, and the batting is going to be shit. Oh wait, for the first time in like 4 years, the fielding is becoming shit now too. Okay, great. So, all right, but to Ohtani. So are we saying Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, Giants, and potentially Mariners? That's the 5.
I honestly think it's just the 3 West Coast teams. I don't think he wants to go to New York. If he wanted to go to New York, I think it would have been done by now. I think he would have forced his way over. I don't think he wants to go to New York. I could be wrong, but I don't think he wants to go there.
I would even narrow it down to Seattle or San Fran.
I agree with that completely. I don't think he wants to play for the Dodgers.
I would say those 3. Yeah. I mean, I would say those 2 at the top of the list because of the things that you guys already mentioned, and Suzuki played with the Mariners. That's he can go play for them also.
His idol. That's his idol.
But he also played for the Yankees.
But did you see the video of him going to talk to Ichiro?
Yes.
Did you see it?
Did he really? Yeah. He was like,
I mean, this is the best baseball player in baseball, arguably the best baseball player we've seen in like 100 years. And this dude was like nervous to go talk to Ichiro. That's how much Ichiro means to him. Yeah. So the Mariners won. Like I said, they just got to spend the money. I know they got it. Open up the pocketbook, man.
Sergio says the Rangers. I don't think we're gonna see Ohtani with a cowboy hat on anytime soon. So
I don't think so. I think it's West Coast or bust.
Yep. All right.
Unless Uncle Steve decides
unless the Yankees
$100 million a year,
which we cannot rule out. We cannot rule that out.
No, $50 million for the pitcher, $50 million for the hitter. I mean, it's possible.
And
at this
10%
point,
ownership when he retires.
I mean, it's just possible.
he is absolutely like when you talk about value, and obviously none of us believe that these guys are worth getting the amount of money that they get. But when you talk about Ohtani, the amount of revenue that he can bring in a market like that isn't like the craziest fan base, like the Giants. You bring Ohtani to the Giants now, yes, the Mariners. And then think about what he could do if he did go to the East Coast and he did go to one of the New York teams. Well,
it wasn't as bad. Like when Matsui came to the Yankees, it brought a lot of Japanese attention, but not like the West Coast. Not like with Ichiro when he hit the Mariners. I mean,
you're right.
Or Nomo when he hit the Dodgers back in the day.
Oh yeah, that was a good
insanity. We had I remember going to hit games with all the Matsui lunatics there, but nothing like on the West Coast.
Friggin' that's a dude that threw a friggin' no hitter in Coors Field.
Tercio, that doesn't matter though. Steve Cohen is constantly traveling the world. He's worth several $1 billion. That's irrelevant. I actually disagree.
We don't know what he slipped under. We don't know what he handed Ohtani. We don't know that.
This is true. Maybe he is going to be a man. I disagree with the fact about these players getting paid too much, and the only reason I disagree is because of how much these teams make. We're not talking about like these teams actually losing money because they're paying these players too much money.
Sure.
Even with the salaries as high as they are, these teams are still making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. So I don't have any problem with these.
Oh no, and what we're usually talking about is that no human being is worth that money in a game. Inside the game, like you're saying, yes, I agree.
Yes.
With the amount of teams, I agree with you as far as what the owners make, what the team makes. Yes, they deserve their money. But I'm talking about like in the human world. Where a doctor or
nobody is that good at their job.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There's a heart surgeon out there. It's like, dude, I should be worth fucking 5.5, a year. What's going on?
How many lives have I saved a year?
So yeah,
what's your average life saved?
Yeah,
exactly. Average life saved. That's
I love Rivera, but he actually did save a life. He did save a life. So I don't mind that.
Didn't he? Yeah.
Mario got one. Rivera got one.
Yeah. I missed your point about relevant. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Terzio, but elaborate. But we're gonna continue on with baseball here. Soto. They're saying a trade seems unlikely, but they are now listening to stuff for Soto.
He didn't get extended, right? He's still
he's free agent.
Okay. He's like a free agent after the year?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Steve, real quick, what did you guys say on your show before? Are you guys sellers or buyers?
We're our standpoint is sell what like a Cookie Carrasco. Yes, you're not going to get anything for a Verlander or a Scherzer unless he's willing to pay a ton of the money. And Verlander said he has no interest in waiving his no trade clause anyway. I think they should. If I'm the Mets, I say trade Pham because Tommy Pham. I mean, he should have been an all-star. 285. I mean, the guy did everything this year, which is like blows my mind. And because the best thing I thought that he ever did before this was slap what's his name over the fantasy football thing. Who is it? Jock Peterson. But just those kind of things. I don't want an all out. Like there was some, Met fans are freaking crazy, man. One guy came on and he said, "Oh, the Pete Alonso and Alvarez are the only guys worth keeping. Maybe Lindor." Lindor's got 18 stolen bases, 25 home runs, 60 some odd RBI, plays elite defense. Like enough with that. But that dude was like, "Let's sell everybody."
No, sir, Terzio.
No, he's not a Yankee fan.
No.
Terzio thinks because Steve Cohen went to Japan, it's Ohtani or nothing. That's not true. You know how many people went to Japan today? They're not there for Ohtani.
I would go for Ohtani.
I'm West Coast. But the funny thing is, like I said, I saw the package the Yankees offered, supposedly, ESPN's mock trade
stuff.
I'm like, dude, that's not enough. It's not enough. Throw in 6 more guys. Maybe it'll be cool enough, but
Here's a top 3 for Raul.
Yeah, I like his list. I just don't agree with the order. But yeah, those are the 3 that we were just talking.
Yeah, I'm going 3, 2, and then that's
1.
It. Maybe 1.
I would still leave the Dodgers on the list there just because it is still West Coast. And it's a prominent team that's going to be willing to pay him that absurd amount of money.
We're gonna hear breaking news on December 14th. Breaking news: Shohei Ohtani is signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They now have no stadium to sell the stadium.
You know why it's the Giants? You know why it's the Giants? Because there were people out there who bought Aaron Judge jerseys last year, only to have that spoiled. And San Francisco Giant Judge jerseys to have that ruined. They're going to go after this guy like you've never seen anyone go after anybody before, ever. So I'm predicting the Giants.
And remember, it was widely reported that they actually offered more money than the Yankees did. He took a little bit less to stay in New York, which is understandable.
And like I said, the Asian community is going to be huge. And San Francisco has a large Asian community.
Massive.
So I'm just going with the Giants.
Mark down this date. Timmy and Terzio agree. Giants were willing to pay Aaron Judge big time money, and they lost out. Why not go after Ohtani?
I agree completely.
All right. So what else? Dodgers are supposedly in negotiations right now with the Cardinals for Aaron Arenado. Arenado has said that he will waive his no trade clause if it is to the Dodgers. No surprise there. Wow. So Dodgers might be starting to stack it up again.
Let me put on the MLB network.
Yeah, see if anything transpires here. Brewers get Carlos Santana.
Oh shit! Breaking news.
What you got? Oh no,
not good for Anthony.
Oh,
Jalen Ramsey will undergo knee surgery, expected to miss 8 weeks.
I saw it. We're gonna get to that in the NFL stuff. We're gonna get to that in the NFL stuff. Get there. I was following it on Twitter today. The real reason I don't feel good.
Is the real reason? That's it. And then last night, a trade of 2 former Mets for each other. Ahmed Rosario goes from the Guardians to the Dodgers for Noah Syndergaard. So,
what happened to Thor, man? This guy was called Thor at one time.
He had like 3 arm surgeries. But I think his issue was everyone really liked him because of the fastball. That fastball is flat as could be, though. It's one of the flattest fastballs I think I've ever seen. I think over time, just people got the hang of him.
he fell off a cliff once he left the Mets. Not saying that
But he
that's the
wasn't
reason,
he
but
wasn't really good that last year in New York either, though.
yeah, but he had just come off of the surgery. We weren't. I mean, the fastball wasn't going to be that anyway. We wanted him to throw the curveball more, but because of the arm to the surgeries, it was too much wear and tear with that, which is the drop the hammer, which is why he's Thor. So anyway, X Mets for X Mets, says Terzio. Yes. Hader, Blake Snell, both on the market now. It looks like the Padres are going to start doing a little cost saving here. So
How
hear them.
you write that team down on a piece of paper? How are they as bad as they are? I don't understand that. I really don't get it.
The Padres, every time the Padres try to spend money, they fall flat on their face.
I just think it's San
Feels
Diego.
like.
I think San Diego is not meant to have a professional team.
You
I
might
think
have something there.
I think there's just like there's something there. Like we have the most perfect weather in the world, but we'll never have a team that wins.
One of the most beautiful cities in America, for sure, too. That's kind of
So maybe
crazy.
that's the trade-off. Like, look, beautiful city, perfect weather, beautiful women. Teams will never win a title. Never.
You might have something there, Timmy. I've
I'm
never been
just
to San
saying,
Diego. I do hear it's nice.
when you write down that
It's
team on a piece
amazing.
of paper and you look at it, there's no way they should be where they are. They should be a first place dominating team right now. Nope. Now they're sellers at the trade deadline already.
And you added Bogarts over
Yeah.
the offseason. And whoa, what's his name? Has been just awful. The pitcher, Yu Darvish.
He
Yu
sucks
Darvish
anyway. That was a bad
fell apart.
contract.
Well, he didn't he get Cy Young votes last year?
He sucks.
I think he
The
did.
year before. But he
I think it was 2 years ago.
Raul
I
says
don't remember.
Cody Bellinger will be a Yankee next week.
I don't think they're buying Raul. Gotta be honest with you. I don't see it. Maybe,
Rodgers
but
pay cut. We'll get there.
There
We'll
it
get
is.
there.
We're gonna
We'll
get to that.
there. It's not a fucking pay cut. Oh my god.
Dalvin Cook will.
Andy's boiling right now. Stop calling it a
Because
pay cut.
It's not a fucking pay cut. He got more money. How's that a pay? We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get we'll get there.
We'll get
All
there.
right. Well, I think I don't see any more news on what's going on with baseball. I know Dodgers are deep in talks with the Cardinals. Also, the Cardinals looking to trade. Hey, Mr. Gines, what's up? The Cardinals are also looking to probably trade Jordan Hicks because they can't agree on an extension. He's the dangerous dude that sometimes doesn't know where his 104-mile-an-hour fastball is going. So careful with that dude. All right, so let's now move into a little bit of basketball news. Why don't we? And the latest rich dude out in Boston. Not the last rich dude that's going to be in Boston. So let's get to that. It is Jaylen Brown gets, how much was it?
5 years, $304 million. I believe it was 5304. I believe was the final number. And he has a 15% trade kicker if they trade him. So his salary will go up by 15% if they trade him.
I want that guy's agent.
Little increase there.
I want that guy's agent.
So-
Who's his agent? That's what I wanted more in my life.
But so these NBA contracts, it's so like yes, he's the highest paid player, and he will be the highest paid player. I think no one's eligible to sign a contract richer than his until I want to say it's like March or April. The NBA salary structure is all based on percentages of the cap, and based on the time he came into the league, because he's made an All NBA team, he was eligible for what they call the Supermax extension, which is grants. I think it's up to like 30 or 35% of the cap. That's
something
why
that John Morant missed out on because John Morant's an idiot.
Yes.
Go ahead.
John Morant
I
did
want
miss
to throw
out
that
on
in there.
that. Yeah, he did actually cost himself. I think it's like an extra like $60 million or something. It's a lot of money. Jaylen Brown will have the richest contract in NBA history, like I said, until later this year, early next year. And then there's like 4 players that are eligible to sign contracts richer than his. And then the following summer, there's like 5 or 6 more players. And like I said, within a year, within 24 months, he's not even going to be like one of the 15 highest salaries in basketball.
Dude,
It's
crazy.
Yeah, basketball salaries are skyrocketing right now.
Yeah.
And it's not slowing down anytime soon. So It is what it is. It's just based on the fact that he had the All NBA awards to go with it, made him eligible for the Supermax, so he got it.
Agreed, Steve.
I hope not. I hope not.
I hope not. No.
I just can't see.
The hope is no.
What's Tatum going to get now?
His
the actual
deal,
star of the team.
So his deal is next year, and I think the report I read yesterday was 5/3/30 something. He's one of the players that will be eligible to sign a contract bigger than Jalen. There's him and like 4 or 5 other players.
It's going to be Brown, Tatum, and 10 guys you never heard of on that team after the fucking salary cap kicks in.
Well, but the NBA salary cap's not real, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they pay the deal $640 million between the two of them.
Yeah,
that's absolutely atrocious.
And remember, earlier in the offseason, we were talking about that number being under 600. But because of the way the NBA cap works and because of the way these extensions work, they're all based on a percentage of what the cap actually gets set at. So, like, even for like Damian Lillard's contract, which he signed a year or two ago, they actually don't know the exact number his salary is going to be in the year 5 of that deal until they set the salary cap number. Because when they set the salary cap number, he gets a percentage of it. And that's why I said these max contracts are just crazy in the NBA. But, hey, they're not losing money. Back to
it's not the amount of money. It's the fact that as a Northeastern Celtics fan, it's like, really, dude, he's not. It's like, dude, he's worth that. No. Like, I'm just sorry. No. Like, I wouldn't have given him that much money.
This has been the problem with NBA contracts since they instituted the whole max contract thing. If you have a player of a certain caliber, is he the best player in the league? No. Is he one of like the 5 to 10 best players in the league? Probably not. Probably more in that like 15 to 20 range.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have that player and he's eligible for that max contract and you don't give it to him, you're essentially going to lose him for nothing. And you can't do that. And these contracts are just going to keep going up. So like I said, within 2 years.
Not in the NBA. Mm-mm.
Within 2 years, think of this. He'll be playing in year 1 of that contract extension. Year 1 of that contract extension, or he'll be coming to an end of year 1 of that contract extension, and he won't even be one of like the 12 to 15 highest paid players in the league.
That's right. 100% right. So at least from a games played standpoint, team, these guys playing games, Jason Tatum going backwards from this year, 74 games played. Good, right? It's not like a crazy thing. 76 games played last year, 64 the year before. There was an injury. The year of the pandemic year, they played 66 games. He played 66 games, 79 and 80. So Jason Tatum has been out there and available playing these games. And then Jaylen Brown, for the most part, he's missed a few extra games, but like from an ownership standpoint and a fan standpoint, like Jaylen Brown played 67 games out of 82 last year, played the playoffs obviously, 66, 58. The pandemic year he played 57 out of 66, and then 74, 70, and 78. Never played a full season. But it's not like some of these other guys that miss 30, 40 games a year. That being said, did you ever think, like, when would you have ever thought that 2 guys on the same team was going to amount to $640 million? Wild.
What's going to be crazy is like 5 years from now when there's going to be teammates that are making over $1 billion on a contract, because we're not far off. It's gonna be there soon. And
by that point, some of us will be older, and really, I'll be very grumpy about I'll be extremely grumpy about 2 guys making $1 billion total.
and not play back-to-back games if they don't feel like it.
Yeah, yeah. That's okay. What else in the NBA? I don't know if you guys covered like the flop rule, where if a guy is seen to flop, they're gonna have a technical foul.
Yeah, just call it the LeBron.
I didn't see the clarification on it though. Will it be a situation where 2 of those flopping technicals means they'll be disqualified from the game?
Good question.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that part of it talked about, and that's why I was wondering, because I heard it was going to be called a technical, but yes. I wonder if they're going to classify it as like its own kind of technical foul. Kind of like how like a lane violation is technically a technical foul, but it doesn't count towards a disqualification. Like
Okay,
5 seconds.
I have answers. You have
Go
questions.
for it.
I have answers. Google has answers. Sorry, not me. Under the new rule, the second and any subsequent flop calls will add to the team foul count, but will not count towards a player's 5 fouls leading to disqualification. And then it does not go into it's two. Here we go. Unsportsmanlike conduct. They're using our name in here. I don't like it.
Cease and assist.
See. All right. Well, I guess we'll see on that. But so it for the actual.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think it does. It shouldn't because. Listen, I like LeBron James. I think he's a fantastic player, but he's a flopper. What are we gonna do?
They're gonna be
the worst flop.
The first 5 minutes of the game. They're in the penalty because LeBron flopped 3 times in the first 2 minutes.
And the worst flop was in the next playoff series.
And I would argue that Patrick Beverly is the worst flopper in the NBA. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Patrick Beverly for more than 5 minutes, but he flops constantly. And
that's why LeBron.
And he's so annoying.
He's just more famous, so he gets the flopper title.
Yes, that's right. Terzio, we'll get to the NFL in a few minutes, but yeah, that is the heat and humidity. I mean, a lot of them have bubbles out there, like most have them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but yeah, you guys see that July is the hottest month ever in the world, ever, and I knew that because you walk outside here, you just start sweating your ass.
Yeah, for those of us that live in Florida, we expected that to hear that. Yeah. We're like, oh, it's just validating what we thought every time we stepped out of our house.
You know what? For like a month and a half now, the weather app has been saying excessive heat warning has been extended till 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Excessive heat warning extended to tomorrow night. And continue.
Every day.
I disagree with that only because I'm sure there was a time back in the dinosaur day when the asteroid hit that it was a little bit hotter than it is right now. But okay.
Yeah, it was actually windy, like literally on impact is what you're referring to.
That's what it feels like.
Cooked. It's like a sport. It's like a sports thing. The hottest month on record for the last 37 million years, billion years.
I walked out of my job today. I really thought an asteroid hit. I was like, "Whoa, that's a hot wind! This is a hot wind." And I'm on an island, and I was like, "Where's the cold breeze coming off the water?" Nope, hot ass wind.
Cold breeze. Have you seen what the temperature is off the coast of Miami? 95 to 97. The water temperature.
Yeah, I was about to say it used to always be. You could go to the beach even in the summertime, and the water was still like nice. Now it's like a fucking jacuzzi. It's insane.
Yes, it's like bubbly.
It's turned everyone into an old person. Everyone turns to each other. Hot, right? Isn't it hot? Can you believe how hot? Like, everyone's doing it. It's so hot.
That's awesome.
Everyone's got a fan. I have the electric fan around my neck, just like this.
Oh, that feels like a Seinfeld sketch right there.
Every single even 15-year-olds like, man, is it hot, right? Is it hot enough for you? Like, oh yeah.
My sister texted me this morning. Or this afternoon. She was like, "It's hotter here today." I was like, "Well, today it's raining here. That's the only way we cool off." And the feel like temperature still 104.
Yeah, and as soon as the rain stops, you're literally boiling. Literally boiling.
Disgusting.
It's like North Florida up here this year because we'll have horrible heat. We'll have a 5-minute torrential down thunderstorm flood that'll just annihilate like the entire coastline. Then it's back to normal 5 seconds later. Sunshine and humidity again. What the hell is going on here?
Let's see what Raul says. The golden goose will stop laying the golden egg eventually in the NBA for giving out these contracts. Give it 10 years, the NBA will be in trouble. This can't continue indefinitely.
I think the NBA's bubble is a little bit longer than 10 years.
With those salaries.
I think the NBA bubble's got a little bit longer to go. You're seeing the bubble start to kind of collapse a little bit in terms of the TV money on the NBA, not the NBA, the NHL and Major League Baseball, with the loss of some of these regional sports deals because of Fox Sport, or it's called Bally's now or whatever. But there's a few of them that went under, and I'm interested to see how that plays out. some people have said, oh, they're going to make even more money because of it because now they can renegotiate new contracts. I'm like, yeah, but with who? Like, who's buying it? So we'll see what happens there. But I don't disagree. This money that these leagues get from these TV revenue deals are absurd. I mean, someone had said that like the NFL makes enough money off of just TV deals to pay all of their players and coaches, and I was like, no way. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard that, and I had to do like a double take. They make a lot. I didn't think it was
you never know.
Shit, maybe.
Never know. Roll 110 degrees, 30 more days.
Fuck that. Oh my god.
I saw some video, and that's where Don is. Don's out there in 110-degree Phoenix. I saw a video of I don't remember where it was. It was somewhere in Arizona, not Phoenix, but the dude put a chicken wing outside in the sun in the morning, and by the afternoon it was cooked. He opened it up. It was not red inside.
Did he eat it though?
I didn't see that. I probably wouldn't have either. Let's not take chances here. All right. So Sergio says San Diego, the Padres already lost the TV deal. That's why they're dumping salary. Or not, or maybe that's why they stopped short maybe of signing Soto. Maybe instead of dumping. There's a difference there.
And they did technically sign Machado after they had lost the TV deal, so I don't know that really has anything to do with it. But maybe
that's true. Well, and we'll see. We'll see what goes on with baseball and those regional things.
All right. Tonight's game's on Amazon. Really? I got to sign into Amazon to watch a fucking game? It's like, come on. Put on Channel 11 for Christ's sake.
I'm not going to lie. That is really annoing. I don't like it for football. I don't like it.
Is it?
I have to
broadcast. The broadcast is nice, like, and I like because it's Collinsworth, not right. Fuck.
No, it's Al Michaels. Thursday is
Al Michaels and Herb Street.
Yeah,
which I don't really like Herb Street, but obviously it's Al Michaels, who's
every Amazon game on football sucked last year, so that's the worst part.
Oh.
And he even talked about it, Al Michaels.
Yeah, I'm talking about baseball. It was like, all right, the Yankees are on. Let me try to find them. Not on. I'm searching through my whole direction. I'm like, why are they not on? Fucking Amazon. I gotta put Amazon on now because of this.
I haven't. And how many Amazon games do they have? It's a handful, right?
It wasn't that many, but it's still just annoying. 12, 13, something like that. I don't know. 4, I don't know.
I will say that Apple TV broadcast is immaculate. Like the high definition on that, the picture on it. The sound is great on there. And for the baseball nerds out there, me being partially one of them, they have the stats at the bottom, with the situations and stuff. So I kind of like that kind of stuff. But yeah, I guess it's easier for the people who have cut cords for a long time. I don't know. I find stuff everywhere. Gotta look everywhere for everything.
I actually disagree with Raul on that because they're making a killing right now.
What did he say?
It's $40.
MLS?
It's $40.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people signing up for that right now. Not to mention they've got Messi sharing it to his like 2 billion Instagram followers. Hey, sign up for Apple TV so you can watch me play in the MLS.
I think they'll be all right. All right, so NFL this week.
You want me just to get right into it?
Go ahead.
I've got my numbers pulled up and everything. I'm waiting.
We'll call it Anthony Explodes.
Anthony Explodes.
If I see one more fucking
the wording being used,
because that's everyone's saying it.
Aaron Rodgers, like the dude's great. I mean, he took a pay cut. Sorry, that dude's like, that's it. I'm walking off.
Okay. Wait, just seeing him. I don't know. Maybe just because it's the first day at camp, but he looked terrible. I don't mean like throwing wise. I mean, he looks frail to me. He's always looked that frail.
Yeah, for like last 5 years.
Really? I maybe just never noticed it. It's just
every time he's gotten hit the last 5 years, I thought he was dead. I'm not even like trying to be funny, like
because he came running. Everyone's like, oh, good, it was a big deal in the news this morning. Here comes Aaron Rodgers running out to the tunnel to the huge ovation by the fans, and the fans love him, and the fans of this. And I'm looking, I'm going, how old is he? I'm like, is he like 70? He was like 70 running out of that tunnel. Like, what the hell's going on?
He's Dominican now.
It's horrible.
Go ahead. Mention his contract extension.
All right. Well, no, it's not a contract extension. It's a pay cut. He took a pay
A
cut.
fucking pay cut.
All right,
Go ahead.
All right.
Get into
So we're
the
gonna.
real
All right.
explode.
So here we
Do
go. Here
it.
we go. We're gonna backtrack. In
Ants heads to
2020,
explode here.
in 2020, before the 2020 season, he signed a 3-year deal with Green Bay. It wasn't an extension. I think it was technically a 1-year extension with Green Bay because it would have ran through this season. Some rice and beach. He's in New York now. He's got plenty of options.
Look out.
So Aaron Rodgers for the 2020 season, he reworked his deal, and that deal would have ran through 2023. That deal came with $150 million guaranteed. Okay, through 2020, 2021, and 2022, he was paid just under 90 of that $150 million guaranteed. The other 30 of the remaining, I think it's 35 of the remaining, was paid to him by Green Bay when they traded him this offseason, because that's how the salary cap works. When you trade a player, it accelerates their signing bonus up. The rest of his guaranteed money was in that absurdly high option bonus number that he had that was for this offseason that they had pushed back, and that him and the Jets had pushed back again when they were traded for him. They agreed to a small restructure, which just pushed back the option bonus to next year, which is why his cap number originally for this year was only like, I think, $8 million or $9 million. But he had a $106 million cap hit for next year that they could not get out of. If he did not sign a new deal, that money was going to hit their cap, whether he retired, whether they cut him, traded him, whatever they did, that money was in their cap. So what they did with the $40 million roughly remaining guaranteed is they gave him an extra $35 million guaranteed to get him up to that new $75 million guaranteed number, and spread out that awful cap number for next year over a 5-year deal, which is actually a 2-year deal with 3 fake years on the end of it. So he didn't take a fucking pay cut. He got more money, and essentially he's going to keep him in a Jets uniform for next year. So the fact that was being reported as a pay cut was
all over the place.
First of all, with NFL contracts, the NFLPA will not allow players to give up guaranteed money in their contracts. If a player signs a deal and is guaranteed $30 million, he cannot then turn around and sign a deal and say, I'm going to give $10 million back. He can sign an extension and spread that $30 million out and maybe take less money per year over an extension, but that $30 million is not going nowhere. Like, that guaranteed money, it doesn't just go away. So this shit about him he didn't take a fucking pay cut. He got an extra like $40 million. So stupid.
Terzio said that's right. Terzio is with you.
Well, how come Melo's not here to hear that? Because I mean, Melo, he's such a great guy. Giving up all that money for his team.
Give up shit. Give up shit. I do think though. So with the way that the restructure worked, it also lessened the amount of cash they actually have to pay him out of pocket this year, or the amount of cash that comes out of. I forgot how it was worded. It doesn't matter. It did open up some cap space for them this year. I do expect them to sign Dalvin Cook, who's in New York now. I think he's supposed to be there through the weekend. I don't expect him to leave New York without a contract. For all you fantasy football players out there, that's terrible news for Breece Hall owners. But yeah, no, I think they're going to end up signing Dalvin Cook. But yeah, that shit about a fucking pay cut, man. Oh my God, made me so mad. I was so mad.
Wait, in that league that I was asking you about the keepers, I also have Dalvin Cook, but I didn't mention him because I didn't know when he was gonna do anything.
If he had signed with Miami, I would have been on board with keeping him, just because I thought if he came down to Miami, he'd be like the guy. If he's going to New York, I don't know that I'll draft him in a single league. What's upsetting to me is that I've been doing all these fucking underdog drafts, and I've drafted him in like the 9th round like several times. I'm like, oh, he's going to sign somewhere good and he'll be great, and then he's going to sign with the Jets. That's a wasted pick at this point. So,
yeah, we'll see what kind of deal it is. Terzio says, I know a few Italian gangsters can make this money go away. Speaking of money, now that we've got the whole greatness of Aaron Rodgers and his kindness of taking a pay cut. So sorry, I won't do that anymore. But
he's going to make $118 million over the next 3 years.
Now we get to the greedy Saquon Barkley. Let's go.
All right, let's get into Saquon Barkley here, who I was pleasantly surprised a few days ago getting that notification that he did sign his contract, and I feel like maybe both sides were listening to our show talking about incentives and stuff. and then they got that deal done. So I know, Timmy, you've had a few days to think about this since that trade thing. Like who knows? Who knows what really happened? You got people reporting he did not ask for a trade. A couple teams reached out to the Giants. It's
what they said was, yeah, the trade thing is what pissed me off the most. Only because they say he turns down a deal that he should have taken that cost him a lot of money, and then he requests to be traded. That threw me into a tizzy. Yes, I was very upset about that. But what they're saying is the representatives, Barkley knew nothing about it, asked to throw out his name in trades to kind of set a market, to kind of set a precedence or a price for him to negotiate with this line. But why would the Giants do that? Like, why would we do that? Why would we help you take money from us? That makes no sense. The Giants said, no, we're not doing that. First of all, we want him, number one. And two, why would we do that for you? Put his name out there in trades. But supposedly the Dolphins did make a phone call inquiring about Barkley, and they said no. Anthony, was
the Dolphins. Yeah, well, I was going to say,
the Dolphins wanted him.
Well, the Dolphins have tried to get every running back available this offseason and just haven't gotten any of them. I think as far as the allowing his representation to seek out a trade partner has more to do with them trying to allow his representation to see what kind of contracts were out there.
Yeah.
Because if his representation goes to a team and is like, hey, Dolphins are willing to trade for him and they're going to give him 3 years, $45 million, which was never going to happen, but I'm just throwing funky numbers out there.
Sure.
Then his representation can come back to the Giants. Because I never thought he was getting traded. I never saw that being a real possibility. But yeah, I think that's more of what that was. As far as the whole trade thing, whether he requested it or whether they shopped him, none of it fucking matters. He signed the extension. Everyone's happy now. He's going to be there this year. They're probably going to tag him again next year and go through the same song and dance.
No, I don't think so. I think this is it. Honestly, I think this is it.
You don't think the Giants would tag him again?
I don't think he'll play.
Oh, but
that's on him.
But I think that's what Anthony's mentioned in the song and dance. The Giants will probably still tag him.
Probably. On, I don't see him playing them under another tag again.
Yeah.
No, but you said when it first came out, because you got New York media, you got to watch. It was that he requested the trade. So yeah, I did. I went off the rails. I was like, dude, you turned down a deal you should have taken. Then you asked for a trade. What? I was pissed. But then again, he said it comes out later on. That's not what happened. They were just kind of fishing and looking for this. But listen, am I happy he's back? Yes. He has the biggest year ahead of him now, because now he has to prove that he can go out there and make the money he wants. Can't get hurt. I mean, your incentives of what? How many catches he has to have? 60, 70?
I think it was 60.
1,500 yards.
It might have been 65, catches,
yeah. Something like that,
I think it was 1,600 total yards, though. I didn't think they were that crazy of incentives. It seemed like if he stays healthy,
but they have to make the playoffs. That's the key thing too.
I didn't see that part. Okay,
they have to make the playoffs, or he gets like Gene Wilder would say in Wonka, nothing. You get nothing. So that'd be hilarious.
But I think this was the way to go. Like they've shown all the numbers.
I don't like the way it happened, but
yeah, agreed.
But I don't see him playing under tag. Especially if he goes out and has a great year. No way in hell is he playing under a tag next year.
And he shouldn't. If he goes, if he plays, 15 out of 17 this year, and has 1,600 scrimmage yards, and the Giants have a good year, he shouldn't. He shouldn't play under the tag.
Like you said, we talk about it every week. Shelf life for a running back.
Yep.
He's hitting the plateau this year, next year. How much could he possibly realistically want if he has an MVP caliber year this year? Giants aren't going to give him that. They're just not going to do it. I'm sorry, but they're not.
Yep.
So
no, I agree.
I think this is going to be our last year with Saquon. So I hope he goes out with a bang. Unless they think they extend him during the season or something happens, or they come up with a new deal. But
they can't. They can't. They're not allowed.
Oh yeah, because of the franchise. Yeah, but still,
which is the stupidest fucking rule I've ever heard. But yeah, they're not allowed to.
It's a lot
they
of
can't
stupid
extend
rules.
it until the offseason.
Like what we talked about a couple weeks ago. I think. Why are we setting a deadline for contracts?
Yeah, how could the players allow that?
Mhm.
Oh no, we don't want to sign any contracts after this day.
Baseball players
Why?
with the when the draft pick was really prominent, like guys were signing in June.
Yeah.
It's like that's just weird to me. All right. So look, Barkley, he's going to play through any nagging injury, anything that he could possibly play through. He's going to play through this year. And go ahead.
Did you hear about the big running back meeting with all the running backs?
Yeah.
It was like Eckler, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Saquon, Jacobs, McCaffrey. I'm missing like 4. It was like 15 running backs on the call.
Yep.
It was a Zoom meeting. Ezekiel Elliott was very upset he wasn't invited. Reports say
he was too busy
if it's true.
feeding his fat Ewok face.
But did you hear the reports after the call? Which this is what I thought was interesting. After the call, it seemed like, so apparently either one of the running backs talked or one of the agents talked, because there was agents on the call too. It sounds like they all came to the same conclusion, like we're kind of fucked, like there's not much we can do. And even I think it was Austin Eckler rumored to have thrown around the idea of we could fake injuries, or we could, if all of a sudden, if like my ankle doesn't feel right this morning, I can't play, or something along those lines. I think that's what ultimately led to Saquon doing this deal, was him kind of getting in that call and realizing like there's really not much we can do. And it sucks because they just signed a new CBA. I don't know that anything's changing for them for at least like 2 or 3 years, maybe 4. Like it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It may get better eventually, but it's going to take a little while.
I think, look, these guys did all the normal things that anybody in any situation would do. We're not, if you believe you're not being treated fairly, you can meet with your peers and see what the next step is. And I feel like that's what they did. They got together, they had a conversation and said, okay, this is the direction we should take. Barkley, you should probably go ahead and sign that deal, whatever they're offering right now. And then on the other side, you see that incident with Hines with Buffalo, and now he trying to get the full. He's trying to get his money.
So the team.
Tell me about that, because I saw a little bit.
It sounds like the team is going after the signing bonus, which they are technically allowed to do, but this has also been a rule for years, and usually the teams don't actually go after it. Not for incidents like this. Usually they'll go after it if the player does something stupid off the field, gets in trouble legally, or just something stupid. Then they'll go, or punches his girlfriend on video camera in an elevator. A number of different things. Like
the list goes on. The
NFL. We're not going to go into all of it.
Murders a bunch of people in the New England area.
Then the teams go after the signing bonus. So his agent came out and was like, "This is garbage. Like, this is not precedent. Like, yes, they legally can do it, but it's also kind of shitty." It's like $2.5 million, I think is what it is, or like 2.6. Which I'm saying that like it's not a lot of money for us. That would be life-changing money. For an NFL owner and these NFL players, it's probably a little less on the life-changing spectrum for them. But it is still kind of petty that they would go after that money from him. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we brought up murderers, and did you guys see the news on Aaron Hernandez's brother? So Aaron Hernandez's brother apparently was planning 2 school shootings. Like 2 school shootings.
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
Yeah. One, police claim that Hernandez appeared to be plotting shootings at the University of Connecticut and Brown University, according to Bristol police.
Wow.
So
he's
what's
older.
running in that family? He's
interesting.
Yeah.
And he's the older brother, no?
Correct. I believe he is the older brother. Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing the interview with that dude talk.
I'm pretty sure he's the older brother.
Fucking whacked out family.
What you want to hear something really interesting? Speaking of teams and being petty, so technically, when Aaron Hernandez died, because of his trial was on appeal, he was not legally convicted of a murder at that point in time.
Yeah.
So technically, the Patriots would have still owed him signing bonus money, which would have, of course, gone to his family. There was a court ruling that the Patriots would not have to pay that money. The Patriots reportedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but the Patriots reportedly still took care of his daughter. I heard like $8 to $9 million thrown around was the number, reportedly. I don't know if that's true or not. So when I talk about teams being petty, like the Buffalo Bills going after Naheem Hines $2.5 million, Robert Kraft still made sure that even though Aaron Hernandez was a terrible person, did terrible things, that his daughter was taken care of. Reportedly, like I said, I can't confirm that, but that's what the story was. So.
Kids across America listening to you right there are just wishing that their mother or father would just go and murder a bunch of people.
Well, don't forget, Aaron. That's why he
get paid, baby.
That's why he killed himself, because he found out that loophole.
Yep.
Yeah.
That so she keeps all the money, but then they were like, I don't fucking think so. But like you said, maybe they did set up a fund for the kid, which is I have nothing against that. Nothing against that.
So the number if he hadn't gotten in legal trouble was like $30 million. And I know it wasn't that amount, but the rumor was that Robert Kraft, the Kraft family, the Kraft organization, whatever you want to call it, still took care of the daughter with some sort of trust or something. And like I said, I have no way of knowing if that's true or not, but that's what was said.
But I remember that day they were like, yeah, Aaron Hernandez arrested for murder, cut from the team, going after that signing bonus, baby. Like,
away.
they're not wasting any fucking time whatsoever.
No. They were trying to get it back before legal fees ate it up.
I can't believe the brother. Wow. I am so shocked.
So these are some text messages from him. He says, I don't know to who though.
Is this revenge for Aaron, or is this just
no? I don't know. It says we're taking lies if shit isn't paid up. It's been years in planning, just taking notes, names, locations. They talked their way into this, and it's almost point game. He had been displaying very erratic behavior, showing signs of being gravely disabled and a danger to society. And then on. Hernandez's ex-girlfriend told police she was concerned about the brother, and that he borrowed her car to drive to a scheduled July 7th court date, but instead traveled to Brown and Yukon to map out the schools, went to a number of classrooms and buildings while on the campus. And
how did he get on the campus?
That's
kind of crazy to me.
He was rambling about an incident, and he said that he said he has bullets for everyone.
I don't know about it. Talk to him
on. One post allegedly included the final line: "Will I kill? Absolutely. I've warned my enemies, so I've paid up front."
You're muted.
Fucking echoes.
He will continue to make threats. Was planning to still kill anyone who profited off his brother Aaron. But do those schools have a? Yeah, I was gonna say, do those schools have a tie, or is it just like,
his brother didn't go to UConn? He played for Florida.
But
who's profiting off the guy anyway? Nobody.
UConn and Brown University. There's no connection there whatsoever.
Brown.
That's what I'm saying. There's no connection there. That makes no sense.
Oh, okay. So, and then this is the arrest stuff. According to the arrest documents, police went to Hernandez's residence on July 18th, where a standoff ensued. When Hernandez failed to open the door, an officer contacted Hernandez by phone. Officer then relayed to his department that Hernandez had told him he was on foot, armed, and that if we approached him, he would try to kill us. Wow. And he ignored all police commands and started yelling, "Shoot me." So there's that.
Wow. I'm fascinated by that because I watched the interview with him. I watched the interview with him, when all that shit went down. Wow, I can't believe that.
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you something. I was obsessed with that case just because the evidence was so overwhelming, and you could watch everything on video happen, piece by piece. And I was like, this is fucking insane. He got caught because of bubble gum. Bubble gum. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, there was a couple other things, but yeah, the bubble gum was one of the nails in the coffin. Yeah.
Fucking blue.
No, you're right. Yeah. Because they had video of him at the gas station earlier that night buying said bubble gum, which was pretty wild. And I remember that part.
But what's funny is it's like someone. I'm not saying someone planted it, but the fact that the bullet landed in the bubble gum, it's almost like God was like, "Dude, you ain't getting away with this. I'm gonna put the bullet and the gum together so you can find that bullet and the gum.
But the crazier part is that it's very likely he killed 2 other people in Boston several months prior.
Yes.
And there was another guy in Florida that he had shot and left for dead on the side of the road like a year and a half, 2 years prior. And we're not even getting into all the shit he did when he was younger.
Good dude.
It is a wild story.
Yeah, the one guy with the missing eye decided not to.
He shot him in the fucking head and dumped him on the side of the road.
He decided not to press any charges, and then the other murders were the car with the drive-by was missing for years, and they happened to find it in his aunt's fucking house in the garage. It's like, what? The dude's a serial killer, and he's out there playing the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
You can literally
get his ass whooped.
You could
get
beat.
beat.
You could literally say a trivia question: name a serial killer that played in a Super Bowl, and it fits. It fits.
Well, there's 2, isn't there? There's 2, right?
Uh-huh.
He wasn't really serial though.
We just call them murderers.
All right, murderers, sure.
Yeah. I mean, OJ play in the Super Bowl?
No, he didn't play in the Super Bowl though. He never played in the Super Bowl.
I thought they did play in one. I thought they just didn't win.
No, never played.
Oh, never mind. Then only one. I can only name one then.
Oh, there's plenty of NFL murderers. Just the serial killers.
We'll never know.
Ones,
We didn't know about Aaron Hernandez either.
Well, Dante Stallworth killed a guy for drunk driving. So
Ray Lewis supposedly, but we don't know Lewis. Because Jesus.
He was acquitted.
He was acquitted.
Yeah, he was acquitted.
He was acquitted. All right. He was acquitted because he had to play the Super Bowl 3 days later.
Speaking of fascinating stories with a lot of evidence, you ever want to really do some research on that one? There's some pretty crazy stuff about that story.
Ray Lewis?
Oh yeah, go read about that whole incident. Go read about it. It's very interesting.
I watched all the.
Definitely sounds like someone got off the hook.
I watched all the Hernandez ones about him being gay and him and his friend fucking when they were kids and all kinds of wacky stuff. I was like, dude, this guy is crazy.
It was some wild stories.
That's fascinating. Now I'm going to have to go look up the brother stuff now later and be fascinated by that all over again.
All right.
So watch the documentary.
We're going to go from murder to a little bit of fun here.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, that's good. Lighten the mood. I like it.
Couple of things. First, Timmy saw a video and fantastic idea. We're gonna take a listen to some of the 4 NFL on insert network here theme songs, and we're gonna rank these bad boys. And Timmy and I were talking a little bit before, and that there's a feel to each one. It's like it's a weird thing, but there's definitely a feel out there. So I don't know if Raul is still with us, but I know you like to play along when we're doing picks and stuff. So if you want to stick around and rank with us, we're gonna play it, and we're each gonna you want to play? Let's play one at a time. Get just a feel of what the stress, the anxiety level is, and then we'll go to the next one. All right. So first one up, the NFL on NBC. There's that like, let's go. All right, we got those 7 games or 15 other games or whatever it is out of the way. Dinner's done. Sit down. Watch this game.
When that comes on Sunday night, you know what time it is. When you hear that Sunday night, you're
also,
like,
this is Steve's last chance to get his money back from the previous game. So.
Steve's like, my parlay's coming through now.
That's going to be number 1 on Steve's. Like, that's my last chance. Oh no, wait, Monday
night. That's where you make up from losing the Sunday night game and the game. And from that Thursday night game that he lost too. All right, so that's the NFL on NBC. We got a little Collinsworth and Mike. What's his last name?
Tirico.
Mike Tirico. Thank you very much. All right, next up, CBS. Little former quarterbacks action in there. It's smooth. Oh yeah. So this is like the opening.
So two things come to mind with that one.
This is like, and we're live from Giants Stadium, where today the Dallas Cowboys head to New York.
Oh, stop it! Those games are on
New York
Fox.
Football Giants.
Yeah, they're usually on Fox. AFC is usually on CBS.
I don't know why. The first team I thought it was Jacksonville. I didn't want to go that way, so I went to the Giants.
The team that comes to mind, it's not even a team. The player that comes to mind when I hear the CBS one, I can't but help thinking about Peyton Manning. I feel like I've seen Peyton Manning with that theme song like 8 billion times. It's just like etched in my brain.
Last year, I felt like because of Russell went there, I felt like the Broncos were always that 4:25 CBS game.
Bills.
The primetime CBS game.
The Bills.
Bills and Patriots when I hear that song. Always. I think it's always the Bills and the Patriots.
All right.
I mean, that is the song for all Dolphins games because they're always on CBS.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Fox. Ooh.
That one's good. Really good.
Ooh. Welcome in on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm Joe Buck. I'm not going to mention the other guys. Oh, Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. Oh, I always got to say that.
Oh, the Cowboys the best and the Giants suck.
You guys don't like Aikman as a commentator?
He can die for all I care.
No,
I actually like him as a commentator. I didn't like him as a Cowboy, but I like him as a commentator.
He's no Tony Romo.
He's no Tony Romo.
He's got way more jewelry.
So this one is Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, douche. The robot, Transformers.
The robot.
He also thinks the Strahan and them has been my favorite pre-show, so I always think of them. Bradshaw, and
well, Bradshaw's a little past his prime now.
Bradshaw needs to retire because that dude's out of his fucking mind now.
I think this contest is in. We need like a miss contest here. We're missing one. Where's the NFL Red Zone theme song? Because that's my heart right there.
Oh, we should play it.
That's the song that when I hear, I'm just like, yes, this is
7 hours.
You see Andrew Siciliano,
oh my God.
big ears come on the screen, and he's such a dick. You know why I thought he's great? Because he's such an asshole. That's what makes it so great.
I get the other guy.
That one's gone now. I've always had Scott Hansen.
You don't get Andrew Siciliano?
Always been Scott Hansen for me. Always from like day one.
We always had Andrew Siciliano. He was always a sarcastic.
You have DirecTV, right?
Yeah.
That's why. DirecTV is Siciliano, but that's gone now. It's all Hansen now.
Yeah, I know.
No more Siciliano.
That's depressing.
Hansen, you're in for a real
Hansen's
treat.
good. I like Hansen.
He's phenomenal. When he comes on and says 7 hours, you're just yes, let's go.
Do they do at the end on DirecTV? Do they do the touchdown montage?
No.
So at the end,
you've been gypped for years.
At the end of the game, or at the end of the night, it closes out and they show every single touchdown from the day. And that's how they close out the show.
It's amazing.
No, they never did that. Usually it's
oh my God.
Usually close out, if there's a game that's left, it's like there's 5 minutes left in that game. Go watch it on 4 and see you later. We're out of here.
You're in for a real treat this year.
I'm not watching it this year. I'm not paying.
Why?
For Red Zone? Pay.
I will pay for Red Zone no matter what. It's the greatest.
Well, Red Zone is just the a $25 package.
Not even. Right? It depends on what your provider is.
Yeah, we can't do that.
I pay $5 a month for a sports package. Red Zone's included.
Not us.
Yeah,
we're done. We're done with that.
DirecTV.
Fuck. 20 something years down the fucking drain.
Well, on that bright note, next up we're queuing up the Red Zone, but next up
the classic.
Are there 2 different Red Zone themes then? Timmy will tell us.
Play the real one. Play the Scott Hansen.
Oh, you're the real one. You're the real one.
The real one. All right. This is going to be ESPN as Red Zone
Monday night,
which is also ABC and Monday Night Football. Yeah.
Yes.
The classic. Giants, 49ers on a Monday night.
The pan in on the stadium with the aerial camera.
Oh, I love that.
I'm not gonna lie, these are really getting me hyped for football season. Like I'm really excited now listening to all these.
I went on a whole tangent listening to every theme song ever from a sports show when after we started this. NBA and NBC, all the Major League Baseball ones.
Had you seen that SNL skit I sent you?
Yes, that was great.
Basketball.
Basketball. Like, can we hear that without the one hand? Okay, sure. But that sounds weird. No. Without the lyrics. What? Really? That was classic.
All right, we're still. So a couple of things that I think back about with ESPN, the theme and stuff is those nights where there used to be a Monday night game and one team was down by 20 points and you're like, all right, I'm going to bed. I'm going to do something else. And you wake up in the morning and the other team came back with 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to win it. And you're like, holy crap. That's kind of what I remember.
Those games,
the Colts Bucks one was one of the most amazing ones I remember.
Right back then when you were young, those games always felt massive, like big. Mm-hmm. They were like, you have to go watch these games.
And now the 2-5 Jaguars taking on the 3-4 Steelers, and you're just like glued to it.
Everybody's got to watch it.
I went to one Monday night game. Cowboys Giants. It was Phil Simms' appreciation night. LT was there tonight. He threw a pass to LT at halftime. LT was drunk and was wearing shoes. He didn't want to do it, but he did it anyway. Cowboys 35, Giants nothing. Worst game I ever been to in my life. If it wasn't for Simms and LT at a halftime, I probably would have killed myself.
I can tell you one of the Monday night games I went to. I can tell you the date. I did Google it, but I can tell you the date, and I'll tell you why it's so memorable. Dolphins Patriots Monday night, September 12th, 2011. It was the night that Tom Brady threw for the most passing yards of any game in his career. He threw for 517 yards. It was 517 yards. He had a 99-yard touchdown to Wes Welker, along with like 6 other. He had
started out as a 7-yard slant.
Yeah, the Welker one, I remember it because I was sitting in the end zone, upper deck end zone, looking down on it, and I remember because they were going the other way. And as soon as Welker caught the ball, and it was just one of those stupid little option routes out of the slot. And I don't know how it's something to do with how the backside receiver ran. There was no one over the top when he cut back out. So when he caught it, he just turned upfield and there was just nobody there. He just kept running. It was gone.
Former Dolphin.
99-yard touchdown. Yeah. 6th-round pick they got for him. Remember that too.
All right. Next up, NFL Red Zone. Did I pick but now I'm wondering if I picked the right one. I didn't listen to it.
Let's see if there's more than one. There is one.
So low. That's it.
There it is. There it is.
Is that the same one, Timmy?
7 hours. Just the chills, the goosebumps.
It's the goosebumps, maybe.
Sounds familiar. Maybe not.
I'm not gonna lie.
I remember it being as rocket as it was.
The other ones, it's not as good.
I remember hearing as rocket as it was. I don't remember it being as
the opening. Yeah, I didn't remember that part either. I will say though, hearing it in unison with the other ones that we just heard, it doesn't hold a candle to the other 4.
Right.
It really doesn't, which is a shame because it's my favorite. But
the other 4, we're going to run through a wall.
Yeah, the other dude, I'm telling you, I'm sitting here listening to him like, when's the game start? Let's go.
All right, so it's don't be running through any walls live.
Hey, what are we gonna? You know what? What are we gonna do during football season? Being that we do this on Thursdays,
we're gonna move this.
We'll do it on Wednesday.
Have to go to Wednesdays.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be here. But you're gonna see me like this the whole time.
We usually do. Wednesday will probably be the doubleheader, though. We stomped you out on Sportsmanlike doubleheader usually.
And
We still trust
if
the
we
Giants one, right?
yeah, and if we ever need to do
double head with you guys a couple of times.
Sure.
And if we ever do a Thursday, we usually do it at like 7. If it needed to happen, we would do like a 7 to 8.
And it ends
like
at 8:15 no matter what.
that's exactly what we do.
Unless it's Arizona versus,
No, hey, no, don't lie, because you're still glued to it for at least the first half. At least the first half, you're still locked in.
With our pay, yeah, of course. With our picks and everything. It's fantastic. World famous picks come back up in about a month and a half.
I want my title back.
The title. All right, so let's go. We'll start at 4. Is that what we want to do? And we'll go around. Whoever starts. So
hard.
Who wants to start with their number 4?
I'll start with 4. I have NBC 4th. I have NBC 4th. I like it a lot.
I feel like I had to listen to it one more time.
Let me.
Listen to the orchestra. It's like cold.
I'm gonna go. I you know what? I agree. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm
NBC at 4. NBC at 4. I'm gonna go with NBC.
Are we including Red Zone? Are we gonna include Red Zone?
Let's stick with
Let's
the top,
stick with the 4.
With the big
Let's stick
4.
with the 4.
The big 4.
Let's stick with the 4. Yeah, NBC 4th for me.
Who is this Scott Hansen guy? You right, also Scott Hansen. Who's this Scott Hansen?
Scott Hansen's awesome.
He's the best. He's the best.
I had Andrew Siciliano for 20 years. I never know.
You haven't watched football until Scott Hansen's telling you every touchdown that happens on Sunday. I'm telling you, it's the most joyous day of the week.
Listen, he gets so excited. The Octobox.
Oh my God, the Octobox.
And then he's so quick. He's like, all right, going up here. Oh, third down here. Oh, he scored a touchdown. Oh, he stopped him at the yard.
Has he won Emmys for this? Because he should. He deserves Emmy awards. He's that good.
So
he's
amazing.
Well, I agree there too.
Wholeheartedly. Man, I'm gonna have trouble with my number 4.
I'm not gonna lie. My top 3
Hold
are
on.
gonna be really.
Can we do one? Let's do one more listen through.
Okay, that's fine.
I have no problem with that.
I know.
They are all really good.
All right, let's do. I'm just gonna down the list here.
Just get going.
Oh my God, how good is this? Okay. Think about Collinsworth. He's up at the orchestra. He's got the orchestra going here.
Here's a guy.
Here's a guy. That guy slapping the bass down there.
He slides in, and Al Michaels like, "No, here's a guy." And Al Michaels like, "Stop your bullshit already."
Al Michaels too busy worried about how much money he's got laid on the game.
Falling asleep. You lost this?
Hello?
We can hear you. We hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Go out and come back.
I can hear you.
Go out and come back. He's going to go out and come back. This is proven to be very difficult.
I'm not gonna lie. When he sent it the other day, at first I was like, "Oh, this will be easy," and then I actually went and listened to them all, and I was like, "This is gonna be way harder than I thought." Because I'm not like 4, and I see this is what's upsetting to me. So I put NBC 4th, right? And I love that. I love the NBC. Like when I hear that on Sunday night, it's like it's great. But
Yeah,
this
is not like a case where last place is like a bad decision here. These
We're
are all fantastic.
We're not ranking 1 through 4. We're ranking 1A through 1D right now. That's
right.
what we're doing.
You're right about
This is the real thing that we're doing because they're all amazing. No losers here on this one.
No losers. Timmy, we're back.
I got so excited. The sound went out. I was like, "What just happened?" It blew my drums away. All right, I'm ready.
My number 4 I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm going with the typical AFC game where I'm typically wanting to watch the Giants. I'm going CBS at number 4. There's no wrong answers here.
No, there isn't. Yeah.
No.
All right, Timmy, what you got?
Tim, you missed it. We said that we're not ranking 1 through 4 right now. We're ranking 1A through 1D.
Exactly. That's it. It's true. 1A, 1D.
That's it. There's no losers here. We're all number 1.
I still got to post the blind rankings from last week. Completely forgot about that. All right, Timmy, you're number 3.
My number 3 will be CBS.
It's a solid choice.
See, this is where it gets tough for me because those first 3 are just.
We're going to have to play a couple honorable mentions, I think, just for the fun of it.
Poor Dave is missing out on this.
Because I'm interested to hear some Florida songs. Do the Marlins have a song? Do the Heat have a song?
The Dolphins.
The Heat have a. They stole. Can you? Can you feel the heat down in your soul?
I'm gonna go number 3. Damn it! It sucks for me because I remember so many Dolphins games with the CBS one, and so many Peyton Manning is Dolphins and Peyton Manning. That's what I always think of when I hear the CBS one. Just Peyton Manning for some reason. But looking back on it, I played a lot of fantasy football. I never really had Peyton Manning. So they were never really good games for me personally. So I think I'm going to have to go. And the Dolphins have obviously not been great throughout most of my life. So I'm going to have to go CBS as well.
Okay. All right.
Very reluctantly, might I add, because I do really like
see that.
One.
Damn. All right.
This is way tougher than I thought it was going to be. This might be the toughest list we've ever done.
All right. I am going to go with. I'm going with ESPN at number 3.
You're not going to like the rest of my list, then.
But no, probably not. Listen, there's no wrong answers. ESPN, the Monday Night Football games have never treated us well. I don't know. And then now when I'm thinking about Monday Night Football, I'm thinking about right before this, the turnstile, these horrible announcers that were connected with that. I'm seeing Booger McFarland. I don't know why that's the thing that's connecting right now, even though it's Joe and Douche. I'm going to ESPN. I don't care. Sue me. Come at me. Go on. All right, Timmy, your number dose.
My number 2 is ABC, whatever, ESPN, Monday Night Football, because I'm thinking about more back in the day, like when every Monday night game seemed like it was fucking vital and important and all that. That's just how it had to be. Yeah, I'm going with ABC number 2.
I just saw Raul's comment. He even gave us a oh hell yeah with Scott Hansen. That's awesome.
I never even heard of Scott Hansen, so there we go.
The long lost Hansen brother.
Poor. And the other what was the other Hansen? The other Hansen was the
guy who runs the show about child predators. Yeah.
Yeah. To Catch a Predator.
There you go.
All right. What you got at number 2?
Fox will be number 2, and this is by no means a shot at Fox. I'm sure Roth had talked to you about our long love for Drew Brees in fantasy football. I think I've won more money with Drew Brees on my teams on fantasy football than I have any player that's ever played fantasy, that's ever played football. Awesome. And I can remember 95% of those games watching them on Fox. So Fox will be number 2 for me. And I'll get to my reasons for number 1, which obviously has been revealed, but I'll get to my reasons for number 1 when we get there.
That's right. It has been revealed, unless you're just a little slow, had a little bit too much to drink or smoke tonight.
No.
All right, so what do I got left? I got NBC and I got Fox. So here I'm going NBC for the feel factor. It's like you got through all these games, you did some stuff in that late afternoon. Some of those games could, kind of little snooze a little bit here and there, especially when you get older. And then there's just that feel to it. You're sitting back, you're relaxing after the day, and you're sitting down watching Sunday Night Football. So that's number 2 for me. Timmy, you're number 1.
Well, I think we're all agreeing. We all agreed number 1 is.
Yes.
And
No.
Raul,
No.
you got number 1?
No.
Oh, I
No.
thought we did. Well, number
I
1
had
for
it
me
as
is
number 2.
number 1 for me is Fox. Raul, actually, you nailed it right there. Pat Summerall and John Madden. John made it. Well, when they were on Fox, that was the pinnacle. And I said I've been watching that pre-show since I was a kid. I was never a CBS guy. CBS in New York always looked like WCW, and like Fox looked like WWF. That's how I would quit. Like CBS is always dark and dreary, and the other.
It's funny you say that because I've always thought of it the other way around. Because
really,
I don't watch those pre-shows anymore. I'm usually on NFL Network or on like one of like the YouTube on like a fantasy show or something now. But yeah, no, I always looked at because I've watched it, but Fox has been the pre-show I've never watched really, like ever. And I don't like the CBS one.
Well, before HD, CBS always seemed like shittier.
Yeah, before
darker.
HD
Like it seemed like it was like a second. Like I said, it looked like the NWA WCW back in the 80s and 90s. Like, what is this shit we're watching? So I am going with Fox. Even to this day, when that fucking robot pops on the screen, I go, like a kid about to watch the Wiggles. I'm like, oh my god, it's time.
Yeah, Fox. I like the Fox is obviously my number 1 also. But Fox, I love obviously Strahan's there, but dating back Summerall, that combination was so great. Just the monotone of Summerall, Ron Dane up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown, and then with obviously Madden, boom, those kind of things. So
they were opposites, but they were fucking perfect together.
Yep.
But they're opposites in the fact that the one that sounded drunk wasn't drunk, and the one that sounded like he wasn't drunk was fucking hammered.
Yep. Even better. That's why even better why I like him.
And then all the big Giants games, you think back from a fan perspective, it's Fox. So that's my reason for it being number uno.
Number 1, Monday Night Football, and here's why. Between the months of September and December every year, there is one thing that you hear every Monday night in that time frame that makes you not hate Mondays anymore, and it's that theme song right there. Could have the shittiest Monday, and then that song comes on Monday night, and you're like, "All right, we're good.
We
Let's
can't
rock
argue
and roll."
with that.
You can't argue with it.
But again, there's no losers here. They're all 4. I was literally getting goosebumps when you played them earlier because I'm ready to watch some football.
Well, speaking of losers, let's get to our blank rankings because there's bound to be some losers there.
Wait, Steve,
what are we ranking?
Look up real quick. Look, this is an honorable mention. Look up the WPIX Channel 11 theme song.
Current one?
No, there is no current one. It's back in the day. It'll say 70 something to 80 something or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yankees WPIX usually it says. Come on, this is a classic. Didn't the Met? What was the Met song? The Mets had one too on Channel 9, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was a classic.
With Kiner.
See, Anthony doesn't know about it. That's why does Florida have songs? Because
Hold on, let me see if I can find. I'm trying to find the old song that used to come on Sun Sports when the Marlins played, because that's one that will always stick with me.
Let me share this so I don't download it.
Yeah, download it. Yeah, this is a great song.
Is this the one? Okay, good.
This should be it. Yeah. That should be it.
I got it from the beginning from sports presentation.
This is a sports presentation of the WB11.
Clearly before HD.
Oh, listen. Da, da, da. You can't even hear it.
Oh wow, that's like some real New York '70s stuff right there.
Yeah, for sure. Little Ricky.
Empty Yankee Stadium. They couldn't draw a crowd. Great classic song.
I like that
It
view.
feels like something that would be played at Disney World.
It's like a carnival song. It really is.
It feels like something I would hear walking around Disney.
Look, go back to the past.
That's all you had to play.
All right.
And it's just different versions of
I'm
that
hearing in
song.
my ear. Hold on.
Let me see if I can find it.
What for who down here? The
I
Dolphins?
think it was called Sunshine Sports.
Yeah.
And not Sun Sports. It was the old one though. You can find the one from the early 2000s. I'm looking from the one from the 90s.
Dolphins?
It was for Marlins games.
Oh.
But it wasn't their channel. Like, it was anything that came on that channel. It was just like their special presentation thing. Sunshine Network. Hold on.
Wait a second. MLB on CBS. From the early 90s. Take a listen. Or are you able to hear? Maybe I can. I don't remember this at all. Timmy, you let me know. You guys let me know if you remember this song.
Oh, sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
You know what? I don't know if this is true or not, but that brings me like to that Twins World Series where Puckett at the game winning home run in like Game 6. I don't know if that's the theme that they use, but that would be it'd be crazy. Timmy, go ahead. Do that one.
How great is this
That's
one?
it.
How great is this one? This week in baseball.
Baseball.
It always be like
This is like where they're running down like
and
what's
Mel
gonna
Allen
be
did the
on.
voiceover. The Yankees sweep the Royals. The San Diego Chicken visits the Dodgers. You know. Oh,
With
so great.
Little things going on in the background. See, Raul remembers.
Oh my God, that song is so great.
I don't remember the CBS on MLB like as a like if you told me that and I tried to think of it, no, I wouldn't remember that. But I did.
Oh, wait,
It
don't
brought me back to like a World Series.
Don't forget the closing one, the closing song.
Mm-hmm.
That's all for now, folks.
There he is.
See you next week on This Week in
Week in
Baseball.
baseball.
There you go.
Hey, the straw man. Little
This
Wade
makes-
Boggs action.
This makes you want to hit somebody with a bat.
Eric Davis. The overrated Tony Gwynn.
Oh my God, he's
There's
so
Kirby.
great. Ozzy, of course. Yeah, the captain.
I even went and pulled up old Marlins games, and they're all just have like they had the inaugural game, and it was on ESPN. So it's not going to have a damn song. Oh, I'm not going to keep looking.
And we all
This
know
week
the
in baseball was the shit that go.
Oh, that was the
Hell
best
yeah.
show ever,
That
man.
was awesome.
And the baseball bunch. Remember the baseball bunch with Johnny Bench?
Yes.
Johnny Bench of the San Diego
Johnny
Chicken.
Bench.
The greatest co-hosting
Yes.
team ever.
Man.
Yes.
I'll always remember his voice. What's his name? This week in baseball.
Oh, he always had the inflection.
Always.
This week in baseball. Mel Allen, man, the best.
Baseball. All right, let's do this. Let's do this thing. We've been doing blind ranks. We did quarterbacks. We've done NFL teams. Last week we did running backs in the spirit of what was going on in the running back world. And this week we're doing wide receivers. We're gonna get some wide receiver action in here.
It's too much pressure.
This is pressure.
First the songs, now this is too much pressure.
Send in the wheel.
Yes.
There it is.
Goddamn wheel. Love that wheel.
All right. Ant, you mind keeping track again this time? I promise I'll post them.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
What are we doing? 4 or 5?
Do 5. Do 5.
5. Okay.
Let me get a Google thing pulled up real quick.
Google. Oh,
How do
wait,
you
I
put?
can close
How do
this.
you,
Yeah,
how
because
do you-
I'm not writing them down this time. I'm gonna actually just put it straight into the.
Look at this.
Okay,
Beautiful.
so this is a wide receiver game, right?
This is wide receiver.
And it's just you, me, and Tim.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Other guy's not here.
Welcome to
Raul might join in from
baseball.
the Boop Tube in baseball.
All right,
Bell
I'm good.
Island.
Time
All
to
right.
Florida fights the San Diego Chicken this week in baseball.
All right. So just to explain, I think we did it this way last time, right? Us at the bottom. I don't know. Whatever. Which way do you like it better? This way or the other way?
I like the bottom, but I can read the names better.
All right, perfect. All right, so we've taken this this little game that's been going on TikTok and on YouTube and all that stuff, and we're doing it live. We spin the wheel, we get a name, and we blind rank 1 through 5. Then we get another name, and we fill in another spot on our top 5, and so on and so forth. It is very aggravating, very frustrating, and very stressful, but it's a lot of fun. So. So let's get this bad boy started off here. Why don't we? Let's click the spin. Get the little spinning action. We'll get the little applause. First up. Oh, right off the bat, Jamar Chase.
What are the odds we get Justin Jefferson?
That's why I put him at 1. That's why the chances we get Justin Jefferson are not that high.
Holy thunder. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1 too. So the odds of us getting Justin Jefferson are slim to none. Even then, I'm gonna save number 2 for him just in case.
Just in case. You see, we're starting to learn. We're starting to get tendencies here, some structure in this. All right. Next up.
Did you have Chase 1 also, Steve?
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
Watch, fucking, he's gonna come right now. Ooh, Amari Cooper. He had a good year last year with fucking Jacoby Brissett throwing in the ball.
He did. That he did. I think I'm going to put him 4. I don't feel great about it, but I think I'm going to go 4.
I want to go 3 or 4 here, but stupid game.
I gotta go you, Anthony. I'm gonna go 4 also.
I'm gonna go 4 also.
Look at this. We're all
That
tied
3
up.
was very tempting, but and I'll probably regret it. All right, next up.
Nope.
I'm keeping him at 4. I'm keeping him at 4.
Why don't you gonna do that?
Good night, Raul. Take care.
Got it, Cooper.
5.
I'm going to put him at 3, actually.
I'm putting him at 5. I think we'll get a big name coming up, a Jerry Jeudy or a.
I'm scared to get somebody crappy here.
Yeah, I'm gambling, but whatever.
I'm gonna go with 3.
Oh.
I'm gonna wind up with Jefferson in my 5 spot.
What do I got? What do we have left already? I don't even know what I have left.
2 and 3.
So
I have 2 and 3, right? There's my 3. There's my 3.
I will put Christian Kirk in my 5.
he's going 5. We're exactly the same, Ant?
Yeah, you and I are identical.
I like to be different.
It's just, I really like Chris Godwin.
Let's go 3.
This is gonna be DJ Moore.
Let's go 3.
I'd be okay
All
with that.
All right. Maybe. Yeah. All right, so I have number 2 left. Ant has number 2 left, and Timmy, you're number 3.
No, Tim
All right.
also has number 2 left. You said Kirk 3, right?
No, Kirk. Yeah,
you
Kirk
said
3.
Christian
Kirk
3.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, so we all have number 2.
Yeah,
We all
so
have
we
number
all
2
have
left.
2 left.
Well, look at this shit. Here we go.
We got there in different ways, but we still
Yeah.
got there.
No, Christian.
I have no problem.
Whoa!
I have no problem
Wow.
with
Olave
Suave.
that. I
with
have no problem with that.
little Derek Carr throwing to him this year. All right, so my final one was Chase, Olave, Godwin, Cooper, and Kirk.
Same.
Not bad. It's not too bad. What was Timmy's final?
Tim had Chase, Olave, Kirk, Cooper, Godwin. So he just flipped Kirk and Godwin on Tim.
I like it too. You
I don't have a problem with that. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with that.
All right, let's do one more. We'll do one more on the way out here.
Should we repeat or no repeats?
What did we say last week? As it comes. What, right?
Last week we allowed repeats because we had
repeats.
James Conner on both lists.
Okay.
So let's allow it. I'll allow it. All right, first up. Spin
Let's
that
go.
wheel, baby.
Sun God. No way.
Wow.
No way.
Jamar Chase.
Time out. Should
All
we
right,
just
T.
since that's the first one, should we just respin it?
I say respin it.
I
Okay.
say we respin it. I'm with the respin.
Either that or we can't put them at one or the other.
Well, what I could do
No,
is I
respin.
could actually, if so then there'll be no repeats. Any repeats will respin. What do you think? Or is
I'm
it
good
just
with it.
or
I'm
is
good
it
with
just
it.
this one? Okay.
We'll do it. We'll mix it up this week. We don't have to be the same every week.
Yeah.
It's our game. We
We're
make
not.
the fucking rules.
It's cyclical, baby. We do what we want. Actually, I'm going to remove Jamar Chase from the wheel, so we can't even possibly get him. Here we go.
I'm bad,
Next.
Rufus.
And Chris
I'll roll
Olave. Oh,
CD.
CD Lamb is going to go in my 2 spot.
And we have to remember those other guys are eliminated, so now we have a smaller pool.
Yes.
So I am going to put. Oh, I like that, Steve. I like him at 3-2. I think.
no, he said 2.
No, I
He
put
said
him at
2.
2.
I'm going to put him at 3.
Okay, I said I'm gonna go with Steve again. I'm going 2.
Yeah,
I actually really like Lamb.
I'm gambling. We're getting ourselves a Justin Jefferson or who else?
There's a couple names on there.
There's a few, yeah. Or that would be acceptable in the case we get backed into a corner. Let's see what we got next year.
Oh.
I'm going to leave that number 1 spot open still. So I'm going to put Debo at number 3.
I got Debo at 4. 4.
Fuck is right. I'm gonna put Debo
Scheme
4
does
also.
that, guys?
I'm gonna put
goes at
Debo 4 also. So none
All
of us will have the same list this time.
Definitely separating here. There's a fork in the road here for us here. All right. God, I'm looking at my list. I'm like, what?
There's your number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. All right, so I have 4 and 5 left.
Tim has 2 and 5. I have 3 and 5.
You guys are in much better positions than me right now.
I would agree.
You have a couple
I would
spots
agree.
to move around here. Damn it. Damn it.
Cool, baby.
No.
There's number 2. Number 2.
Here's my number 4.
He's my number 3.
Is my number 2.
Stupid shit. Damn it. Stupid.
Hey, and look at that. And we all are back in the same boat. This will be the consensus number 5.
Oh, nice. Here we go. It's going to be Cooper Kupp.
It's going to be Cooper Kupp, yeah. It's going to be Cooper Kupp, 100%.
It's going to be Stephon Diggs. No.
Oh, he doesn't count. Doesn't count. No
He's out.
repeats. Remove him.
Tough
Get him out of
bastard.
here.
He's out of the Rumble.
Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
I'm okay with either one. Yeah,
Nope,
that's
Pittman.
fine.
Yeah, that doesn't matter to me.
That's
Look at me. I'm about to write down with a bottle opener.
Like a true alcoholic.
I'm just
degenerate
really
all
glad
around.
I put Debo at 4 and not 3 because it at least left me the 3 for Jefferson. I don't feel as
See.
bad.
I screwed up there. My list is Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Debo, freaking Jefferson at 4. And Jefferson slides in right above Michael Pittman Jr.
Just like real life. Just like real life.
What was the list for you guys? Final one.
I had Tyreek 1, Lamb 2, Jefferson 3, Debo 4, and Pittman 5.
All right, so
And-
we swapped 3 and 4.
And Timmy had Tyreek 1, Jefferson 2, Lamb 3, Debo 4, Pittman 5. I think Tim's list is defensible. But
Oh, yeah.
Tyreek's got a long history. You could defend that.
Yeah, Tim.
I think I won that one.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I would agree. I would agree. with
Yeah,
I
what am I
definitely
gonna
lost
do
the
with this?
first one. I lost the first one, won the second one.
All right.
Yeah.
What should we do? We'll move on to tight end next week. What do you think?
Oh man, we're really only hunting for 2 names at that point.
But that's what makes it really insane.
Yeah. Well, the talent drop off is a lot more vast. I feel at that
Yes.
position.
We should do something silly like right guard.
Oh, kickers.
Kickers. Or we should do just a blind ranking of all the quarterbacks who have taken pay cuts in their careers.
It's an empty list. It's an empty list. That's terrible.
Oh, I got one too. We should do
Rogers.
like we should do like baseball movies, football movies, stuff
I like that.
That's gonna start
Sports movies. Just do sports movies.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Team
movies would be
sports
hard.
movies. Team sports movies. So no boxing. Team sports movies.
You're cutting Rocky
No
right out of
boxing.
there.
No golf. Yeah,
There's
because
no
You're
limits.
cutting Raging Bull and Rocky right out.
Rocky's just whatever Rocky movie you get, you're like, that's number 1. Next one.
There's no limits to what we can accomplish now with this. We're
You know what we could do? We could just do just the Rocky movies, Rocky and Creed, and rank those.
That's a
It's
whole
not a
subject.
bad one.
I think that's
That is
pretty
a whole
easy.
subject.
It's hard to get the wheel, but it's an easy ranking, I think.
MCU. Like this is
MCU is not a
man.
bad
I'm
idea. We
thinking
could do
about
that.
MCU. Like that's rough.
But
No,
imagine,
not rough. It's stressful.
but imagine
that's very
trying to do a baseball one with the Sandlot, Field of Dreams, and Major League, and you're like, fuck.
Baseball could be its own. Maybe we
Could
could
do
do a baseball one, and then we could do an overall sports one too. But then, like I said, there's too many things, so many different things. And we could branch off on this, do a little Instagram live every now and then, pop on there. Hola!
I could do that.
That's my wife's grandma joining us all the way from Colombia. Hola!
Dang.
Orango by Kyle?
No. Well, actually, Kyle's Hispanic part of the background is Colombian.
Kyle's missing.
Maybe, yeah, Kyle's definitely missing.
Kyle doesn't exist anymore.
He's either in the jungle. He's in the jungle, whether it's a concrete jungle or the real jungle. We don't know.
There is no Kyle, only Zool. That's what I always say now. He's gone.
All right. Well, listen, this was a lot of fun. We talked there's a lot of stuff that we talked about today. Let's do round robin on here and get up on out of here. I'm a little upset with Jefferson being at my number 4 in that last one, but I'll get over it. Go ahead, Timmy. What you got? Where is Eric?
Eric, listen.
Where is he?
He was attacked. He was hurt. He was in the hospital. He was backstage.
Chair shots.
Chair shots. Took out his
Vicious chair shot.
Yes,
vicious chair shot.
It was vicious chair shots. It took out his patellum, whatever that thing's called.
Patellum. It's like the patella, but
I'm just trying to make up some stuff off the top of my head. We will find the culprit. He will return bigger and stronger than ever.
He ruptured his flux capacitor.
Exactly. I was gonna say his gluteus maximus is bruised.
That's possible.
And he will return, but we do have a couple of pay-per-views coming up where I'm sure I will recruit Dave to do the pre-show if Eric has not returned by that time. So look for that.
It's crazy his allergies don't act up on those days.
It's weird, right?
They take the weekends off.
Listen, I take a pill every day, so mine don't act up.
Me too.
Why don't you just take a pill every day?
I take a 1-a-day pill in the morning, and I'm good. For my allergies that developed when I was like 35. Stupid body.
How old were you when you moved to Florida, Steve?
Younger than that, much younger than that.
Okay.
I didn't. It was like I was on a road trip and my throat was all scratchy, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And it went on for like 3 months. I'm like, no. So the doctor was like, oh, just take this pill. Give me the pill.
They say your body changes every 10 years. Like something you might be good with now. You won't be like, I love peanut butter. You can't eat peanut butter anymore. Oh, 10 years go by. Oh, you can eat peanut butter again.
Welcome back.
It happened to me with hot dogs. I'm not joking. Every time I eat a hot dog, I would get a headache and get like sick. And then one day, this has had to be a year ago at least, I'm like, I'm eating a motherfucking hot dog because it's 4th of July and I want a fucking I don't care if I get sick. Ever since then, no problem.
You're all good.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I actually took like a long break from hot dogs for about 10 years now that I think about it. And I had one the other day and I was like, damn, this is pretty good. Like,
I don't want that to ever happen to me.
Welcome back, hot dog.
I don't want to live that life.
No, you know what? It was a baseball game. I said, this is bullshit. I'm at a baseball game. I can't have a fucking hot. I said, you know what? I don't care if I get sick. I'm eating a hot dog. That's what I did. And I ate it, and I sat around for like the next 20 minutes going, don't throw up. I was fine with it. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm back.
I know you guys are both New Yorkers, but if you ever go to Wrigley and get the Chicago dog, it is well worth it. Matter of fact, before I had a hot dog the other day, that was the last hot dog I ate in 2014. Was the Wrigley dog.
I've had a Dodger dog.
What's on a Dodger dog?
Just a giant dog. It's just a giant.
It's a foot long, right?
It's a foot long, yeah. But I remember I went to Wiener Schnitzel when I was living out in California after high school, and they had the Dodger special. You get a chili hot dog, a chili burger, and chili fries, and it was like $6. And then you shit for the next 6 days because of all days,
That's $35 now.
So it was but it was awesome because it was all just chili and cheese.
Steve, you ever go to Skyline with Roth or get Skyline chili?
No.
If you ever need to clear out your bowels, just go run over to Skyline. They'll take care of it.
The famous incident with the Gary Cohen, the Mets broadcaster. They always show the food. And he was like, "That is the worst food in the world." Like he killed that thing because it looks awful. Like it looks like cold cheese put on top. It looks horrible. So they all ragged on it, Ron Darling, and then the next day, like the Reds fans were all up in arms. Oh, the Mets broadcasters killed Skyline chili.
Skyline chili. I mean, it doesn't taste terrible, but it hurts.
Dude, you snorted cocaine every night. But you won't eat Skyline chili. All right, Ant, what you got on the way out here?
Skyline chili, not the worst chili you'll ever eat on the way down, but on the way back, maybe it is. No. What do I got? I don't know, man. I feel like such shit right now. I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get through the day.
It's Friday. Man. It's Friday. You can make it.
Football season's almost here. I think the Hall of Fame game is next week, right? The Hall of Fame game is like next Wednesday or some shit.
The Jets are going to be on fucking Hard Knocks. That's going to be hilarious.
I can't wait to watch that and laugh. Do you think the whole first episode will be about Aaron Rodgers' fake pay cut?
Yep.
Everybody's going to be going, thank you, Aaron, for taking your pay cut. Thank you, Aaron, for taking your pay cut.
That's how you know that Aaron is the executive producer of the show this year.
he's got EP on there. I just want to share this, and then I promise this will be the last thing that I share.
This is the local delicacy known as Skyline Chili, the 5-way with the spaghetti.
5-way.
And the cheese. 5-way. First, disgusting chili gravy.
Disgusting.
And what do you put on the onions? You put some mustard or something on that? Wait a second. After the onions comes the cheese, and that's what makes it the five-way. Here we go. There's the cheese. They put like 10 tons of shredded cheese on there, and this is supposed to be food that you actually eat. Now, does the cheese melt, or is that Ronnie, have you ever had skyline chili? I've not. I would recommend not having it. Or? Well, no, you need to try everything once. Okay. Right? All right. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Try it once, and then you'll never eat it again.
Wow.
And that's like a thing every time they go there now.
I picture like the Skyline people like sitting in their boardroom like fucking up and burning Mets jerseys and shit.
Damn those Mets.
It doesn't look good. Like
I'm not gonna lie, it does taste pretty good.
It might taste better than it looks.
Bad.
Right.
No, I'm on board with Ron Darling though. If I'm on board with Ron Darling, if they don't melt that cheese, I don't want it. Dude, what is this?
I need melted cheese. I don't like cold cheese.
Yeah, melt this fucker. What the hell are you doing to me?
It depending on how long it takes for them to put the cheese on before you get it, it does start to melt a little bit because the chili is ridiculously hot. Usually,
it's got to be on broil under there. I need some brown, some toasting.
You want like a cheese crust on top.
Yes.
You want it to come out like a baked mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'll take the mac and cheese. You take the skyline chili. I like it.
Oh no, I would always take mac and cheese over skyline. I'm just saying you should try it. Just try it.
Good.
I know Rob's thing was he would get the chili dogs with the cheese on them. Okay. Those weren't bad either, but they're small. They're like little tiny hot dogs. Which was really
I think I've only been there once, and it was like when I first moved down here a long time ago. No,
that was and then never again.
And then exactly just like they said, and never again. A bunch of contests going up on the site. We've got. I just want to make sure we got some more for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going up probably in a little bit after the show. Atlanta and both cities that we are in North Carolina. Also got a screener for a movie called The Baker with our boy Ronnie Perlman. In there. So
you got the screener for it?
I got a screener for it. And I'll tell you afterwards how I got it. We're not ready to make this announcement. What else do we have? We have a bunch of them. There's just a ton of different and in every city that you can imagine. And even if you can't find that city, you can't imagine, you might be able to find that city soon. So we'll keep you updated on everything that's going on in the world of sports. We'll see. The trade deadline's coming up early next week, so we'll have a bunch to talk about then. And, of course, we'll do our blind ranking tight ends, and I'm going to have to live my life with Justin Jefferson as the number 4 wide receiver. Until next week, peace out, everybody.
Fuck off.